to Tabletop Assault. I'm Ross.
I'm David.
And today we're going to bring you a 2,000 point battle report where I'll be using the new Death Guard.
And I'll be using Thousand Suns.
So I'm quite excited for this one because everything I've read online, Mortarion is an absolute unit now.
Ugh.
And I think I'm very interested to see how that works. Beforehand he was quite enduring, and then this -1 damage stuff, yeah, it's quite nice, but we'll see how that affects the army as a whole. But I'm very intrigued to see how Death Guard come. So this is my first battle report with them.
We've also, not to give away any surprises, but it is sort of like a Primarch versus Primarch.
Well,
so
yeah.
we want to see how they sort of compare and stand up.
Well, yeah, that's because you'll be using, of course, Magnus and the Thousand Suns. Of course. I mean, this was going to happen. We're not going to bring Guilliman, are we?
No. So today we're going to be playing aggressive stance, essentially short edge to short edge, kind of your old hammer and anvil deployment style. There is one objective marker in each deployment zone, and there is 3 objective markers basically going to diagonal stripe down the middle in no man's land. You'll score 5 victory points from battle round 2 in your command phase for 1 or more objectives held, another 5 points for 2 or more, and then another total to a maximum of 15 points for more than your opponent.
Sounds good. We've got our secondary objectives as well, but let's have a look at the forces. Here is my 2,000 points of Death Guard. I'll be in a battalion detachment, and with Supreme Commander is going to give me 12 command points to use in the game. So, what have we got? I have Mortarion with Contagion, Discipline, Miasma of Pestilence, Light, Gift of Contagion, Gift of Plagues, and Smite. Warlord traits are Revolting Resilient, Living Plague, Arc Contaminator, and you may choose one of the Warlord traits from the sort of squad ones, and I'm choosing the Ferryman, the Droning. Armed with Silence, the Lantern, Phosphox Bombs, and Mark of Nurgle. HQ choice, I'm going to take Typhus. Now, I know that he's different from going the Pox Walkers, which was going to be my overall squad going. He is a different one, but he doesn't interfere with it just of the way he works. Typhus has Contagion, Discipline, Miasma of Pestilence, Putrescent Vitality, and Smite. Mastercraft Man Reaper, Blight Grenades, and then I've also got a Death Guard Demon Prince with Relics of Decay, Plague Skull of Galothia, Contagion, Disciplines, Miasma of Pestilence, and Smite, Folded Wings, Malefic Talon, Hellforged Sword. For my troops, I have 1 unit of 18 Pox Walkers, a second unit of 18 Pox Walkers. I've got 2 units of 5 Plague Marines. Plague Champion has Bolt Gun, Demonic Blade, Blight and Crack Grenades. The squad has 2 Bolt Guns, 1 Blight Launcher, 1 Flail of Corruption, 1 Bubonic Axe, Plague Knives, and then Blight and Frack Grenades. And then the other unit for 5-man squad is exactly the same. Champion has Bolt Gun, Demonic Plague Blade, and Blight and Crack Grenades. And the unit themselves have 1 Bolt Gun, 1 Blight Launcher, 1 Flail of Corruption, 1 Bubonic Axe, and then they've got their Plague Knives and Blight and Crack Grenades. For fast attack, I have a Foetid Bloat Drone with Fleshmoor, Plague Probe, and then I've got a second one with a Foetid Bloat Drone with Fleshmoor, Plague Probe, and then I've got Mythic Blight Haulers ×2. They've got Bile Spurt, Missile Launcher, Multi-Melta, and Gnashing Maw. And for the last one, I've got 1 Plague Burst Crawler with Plague Burst Mortar, Heavy Slugger, and 2 Entropy Cannons. That's my 2,000 points of Death Guard.
Here is my 2,000 points of Thousand Suns, bringing 2 detachments, a Supreme Command and Battalion, giving me a total of 12 command points after refunds to play in this game. So let's just start with the Supreme Command, because obviously we know who that's going to be. It's Magnus the Red. Magnus the Red is also going to be our Warlord, so we can get the refund. So he'll have the Lore Master Warlord trait. Additionally, the Psychic powers will be Warp Time, Death Hex, Weavers of Fate, and I believe there's a 4th one in there. I will just find out. Glamour of Tzeentch as well. So Death Hex, Glamour of Tzeentch, Warp Time, and Weavers of Fates. Moving into the battalion, we then have an Exalted Sorcerer, just bare bones, staff, pistol, and that will have Diabolical Strength, Smite, and Prescience. Again, all Cult of Time for the entire battalion detachment, so all Cult of Time. We then have a Demon Prince with the Hellforged Swords and Talon and Wings, and the Demon Prince will be having the abilities of Gaze of Fate and Temporal Manipulation. We then have 3 10-man units of Rubric Marines. So we have 1 unit of 8 Infernal Bolt Guns, a Soul Reaper Cannon, and the Sorcerers all have their pistol and staves. The front one is going to be Glamour of Tzeentch. The back one is going to be Weaver of Fates. sorry, the back one, sorry, the middle, is actually going to be Time Flux spell to try and recover some models. And then we have a 10-man Rubric Marine squad of all Warp Flamers, including the champion, which has a Flamer pistol. And they will have, I think it's Glamour on the front, Weaver of Fates at the back. There'll all be 2 Rhinos with Havoc Launchers and Combi Flamers. I'm going to not choose yet which rubrics I'm going to put in them, but most likely the Warp Flamer one will be in those. Then we have 2 5-man Scarab Occult units. Scarab Occult units are identical. We've got 4 Combi Bolters, Infernal Combi Bolters, sorry, a Soul Reaper Cannon, Hellflare Missile Rack, and the Sorcerer will have a Stave. They will just be rocking their Weaver of Fates and Glamour of Zinj spells as well. So yeah, with that, let's take a look at deployment. So here is the board we're playing on today. We've got our desert, lovely sort of warp storm backing boards, which is quite fitting for today's armies, and our sort of industrial terrain. So we've got Hammer and Anvil deployment, which is this short edge all the way down no man's land in the middle, and another short edge here. However, objective wise, where are the 5 objectives? We've got 1 up in this deployment zone, 1 then going up diagonally to 2 to the 3rd one, and diagonally to the 4th one. They're sort of in the middle, and then another one down here in this deployment zone. So that's our 5 objectives we're playing with today. We're going to go ahead, get our deployments worked out, and we'll catch up with you in just a second. So I've finished up the deployment for 1,000 Suns. On my flank up here I have my Rubric Marines with my Demon Prince. In the middle, it's the only place we're going to put him is Magnus the Red, sitting in the middle there. And then I have down here my main contingent of my force, which is 2 Rhinos with maxed out 10 Rubric Marines in each one. And just behind them is my 2 unit of 5-man Scarab Occults. No units into reserve or strategic reserves or anything like that. I've got everything out in the field. Rhinos, Rubrics, Scarabs, Demon Prince, my Exalted Sorcerer is in there as well, I should say, and Magnus the Red.
And here we have the Death Guard deployment. So I've Plague Marines, 2 units of them up there, just beside that Demon Prince. I've then got along line 2 of my Photo Bloat Drones, the Fleshmores with Mortarion. Got your Pox Walkers in the back here. They're probably just going to sit on the objective for as long as they can live. Then got several units here. Our Mythic Bloat Drones, I think they're called, over here, along with the Plague Crawler, Typhus and his Pox Walkers. That is the Death Guard deployment.
So you've seen our armies, deployment's done, battle lines are drawn, it's time to roll off and see who gets first turn. Would you like to go first or shall I?
I will go first.
Ross is going to use the blue dice today.
With a 2.
With a 2, and I'll be using the white dice today. I have rolled a 1, so you get first turn.
On to Death Guard, turn 1. Similar case, got to move forward and get some of those points, but I've got to be real careful of Magnus. You know, Morty and Magnus will probably come to blows, but we don't want to get quite there yet. But move forward, do some damage, get on those points, all fun stuff. Let's get it going. Finished up the movement for the Death Guard. So our Pox Walkers advanced up, so they're all just basically trying to surround this objective. Typhus has gone with them to offer a few buffs. Then our Mythic Drone and our Plagueburst Crawler moved alongside. These Pox Walkers, they're just gonna sit there. That's all they're gonna do. On this side, our Photo Bloat Drones advanced, Mortarion did not, and then these 2 units of Plague Marines advanced, and our Demon Prince did not. So that is our movement, let's do some Psychic. Starting off the Psychic phase, going to go with Mortarion, and he is going to do Miasma of Pestilence on himself. Oh, which he does not get. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that.
Okay.
Need a 6. Oh!
That's a peril.
That's a peril. D3 damage. Just going to take it. Well, I have no way to stop it. D3 for 2, ignoring them on 5s. Yep. For 2 damage. Going to go with Putrescent Vitality from Typhus onto the Pox Walkers, which I don't think we get. Nope, we do not get. Going to start off Mission phase with my Mythic Blight Haulers. Apparently really good in 8th edition. I never really used them. But I'm going to put the Multi-Melters Missile Launcher straight into Magnus, just so I know once he buffs up, it's a pain. Cool. So let's go with that. Let's start with the Missile Launchers first. So it's going to be 3 to hit, no real.
Single shots?
Single shots, yeah, I'm not D6ing it. So, 1 hit, Wounding you on 3s, your toughness 7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go with the multi-melters. Hitting on 3s. Oh, for goodness sake. And wounding you on 3s.
Yep.
Oh my god!
So 1 wound.
1 wound.
4 up invul save.
Yep.
Saved.
Activating the Plague Burst Crawler next, and I'm going to put the Entropic Cannons and its Heavy Slugger just into Magnus, and then we're going with the Plague Burst Mortar into this unit of Scarab Occult. Start with the Scarab Occult, see how we do there. So, it's going to be...
so I will, for 1 command point, activate Indomitable Foes.
Yep.
To give them +1 to their invul save. Because I think you're multi-damage, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Yeah, so I want to try and survive a wee bit.
D6 shots for 4. Hitting you on 3s. Well, yeah. Wounding you on 2s. Yep, it's 2 wounds. Minus AP, but you've now got a 3 up.
No, what's the AP?
AP is -2, so you're going to go to 3 up invul.
No, because I shouldn't use the stratagem then. Because I'm bringing me to a 4 up invul on the stratagem. But you're only -2, I thought you were -3 AP.
No, if you're -2, what are you?
I'm a 2 up armour.
So you'd be a 4 up invul, but by using that you bring it to a 3 up invul.
How?
Because -2 from a 2 up save.
Yes.
It's 4 up.
But invul's 5 up anyway.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So I shouldn't use the stratagem, there's no point.
Oh, right, yeah. No,
Would you allow
point.
me to take that back?
Yeah, I'll let
I thought you were 3 up 3 AP in this, sorry.
No.
Yeah, so it's 4 up save regardless though guys, but we're just working out there. Both failed. I'm going to save it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so that's
2 dead.
2 dead. And our Plague Burst Mortar is, sorry, the Entropic Cannon's going to start off against Magnus. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. Wounding you on 3s. Have I got a command point? I used it in the Psychic.
You used it in the Psychic, yeah.
Yep, I'm going to spend another one. Come on. Oh, for goodness. Okay.
1 wound, yeah.
1 wound, yep.
4 up invul.
4 up invul.
Failed. I'm going to spend a command point.
Yeah, because this is a lot of damage.
Failed again.
So it's 3 damage plus D3 for, what's that, 5 wounds. Should have declared this, but in terms of Mortarion being able to do Primarch of the Death Guard, I'm just going to buff himself to allow all reroll the hit rolls, because I think Magnus may come around, and I'd like to make it more accurate to hit him. So, we're going to go with the Blight Launcher from the back unit of Plague Marines. I'm just going to put that into the Rubric Marines in front of them.
Okay.
I'm just going to check, remember the Blight Launcher, so it's Assault 2, 24 inches, Strength 6. Cool. So it's going to be 2 shots hit on 4s, because I did advance. Reroll 1s. Nope. And then it's going to be 3s to wound you. For 1 wound is -2 AP and 2 damage.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, well. Oops. I'm going to now do 5 up invul then? No, -2, yeah, 5 ups. Passed.
And I'm going to do the same again from the other unit, just into that unit of Rubric Marines. Okay. So again, forced hit, reroll 1s.
You advanced with them as well?
I did, but they weren't hitting anyway. And that is it for Death Guard turn 1. Very lacklustre on that one. I think some terrible dice rolling. You know, I think from the missile launchers, the multi-melta, Playburst Crawler, only one thing got through Magnus, and it was really by the skin of his teeth in that one. Really needs to be a lot better on that one. Psychic caused damage to Mortarion himself. Yeah, I'm just hoping that, you know, we'll see what David does. Hopefully comes a bit more forward, and then we can do some damage, but we'll see how it comes up. In terms of command points, I think I'm down to 11. You are down to
11.
11 as well, as we go into into Thousand Suns.
Okay, Thousand Suns turn 1, I'll go back up to 12 command points, because I'll refund 1. However, Ross will show you the board. Nope. Magnus, it's not as though I don't want anything to do with Mortarion. I want to face him at some point. But I'm going to go and hunt some guns, because I'm looking at your army just now. You don't actually have much more guns if I can deal with that.
Yep, so it's this contagion here.
Yeah, and I'll have a lot of small arms fire. I do have a lot of small, and I can spam a lot of mortal wounds. And I'm thinking that's what I maybe need to focus on, is kill the firepower and then see what happens in Ross's retaliation. Right, we have finished up the movement. Scarab Occults have moved on up, trying to get these ones into range of Time Flux Marines. Exalted Sorcerer's moved on up just to stay in range. Demon Prince has actually fallen back, just saw him on 2 points when it comes into Ross's turn, so I do have that and the Rhino on that point. These rubrics, I actually could fall them back away from everything, but I'm going to keep them still and I'm going to maximise my shots on Ross's Plague Marines, but also to potentially act as a bit of a roadblock and slow things down, or just make Ross to make some difficult choices. This is where the real problem is though. I've advanced this Rhino just moved, but basically we're trying to create as much of a difficulty of placing down Mortarion or getting charges off. That's the point, slow that man down. And Magnus, well, he doesn't like these guys anymore, he needs to kill them. They need to die. Yeah, time for a psychic phase. Right, into the psychic phase. We're going to start with the Demon Prince. The Demon Prince is going to use Gaze of Fate first of all. So needing a 6 to cast, guys. We get it.
I'm going to attempt to deny this one with Mortarion.
Okay.
I know roughly your plan, but I know a reroll would be really handy for you.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt this one.
Yep, denied. I'm now going to do Temporal Manipulation into Magnus, needing a 6 to cast. We get it with 9.
You can have that one.
So
nope.
Okay, so I'll recover D3 damage. So I get 3 wounds back. We're going to Time Flux with these Marines just down onto the injured Scarab Occult. So needing a 6 to cast. I get it with a 7.
I'll attempt to deny with the Demon Prince.
Go for it.
I think he only gets 1 deny, which is denied.
Denied. So we're actually going to go on to these rubrics out here at the front. Now I'm going to go straight away and use Calabash Focus, sorry rubrics, I mean Scarab Occult. I'm going to use Calabash Focus on them. I'm going to give them +2 to their next test, which is going to be Weaver of Fates. And we're going to put that onto Magnus.
Okay. Am I in range to deny with anything?
Yeah, you've been ranged to deny with Morty.
Yep, okay. Let's do that.
Definitely will be.
This +2 to your cast?
Yes, +2 to cast. Oh boy, I believe we still get it, but it's not looking good. So we get it with that's a 4, 5, 6. Let me double check.
Steve is going to keep that result. So 6, and I'm going to attempt to deny with Typhus this time. Oh, unless it's a 6. No, it's a double 1, so you are getting it.
Right, we're going to go into Glamorous Inch now. Again, it's just going to be Magnus, but there's no buffs this time because Calabast only impacted that spell. So needing a 7 to cast. We get it with 7. You've only got Morty left to deny, and he's only got 2 denies left.
Typhus has got 1 left.
What's he got 2, sorry?
He's got 2, and he's...
Is he within 24 inches of the back scarabs?
I doubt it, but I'll do with Mortarion.
Yeah, it's going to be Morty.
Yeah, so what do I need, an 8 or more?
Yes. You nail it?
I'll do it.
Next up, we're going to go with my Exalted Sorcerer, and we are going to cast Diabolic Strength onto Magnus.
Okay.
I believe we need a 6 to cast this. Ooh. Now I can spend 1 command point just to ignore perils, as in the damage taken.
Yeah, but if you use your reroll, then you're losing it from other things.
I'm well aware. I'm going to have to command point it.
Okay.
So we use a command point. Well, we get it with an 8. You do have some denies.
I'm going to leave that one.
Okay, so we get Diabolic Strength onto Magnus, and I use the command point. And Prescience, we're going to put that on to Magnus. I believe that's a fail. So on to Magnus, we're going to start by Death Hexing these Mythic Light Drones.
Haulers.
I need an 8 to cast, but I do get +2 as a Magnus.
So just 6.
Oh, we get it with...
No, you don't get it.
Oh, I don't get it. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, yep. Oops. Not good. And then we're going to have to just smite time.
That's the one you need to get.
Psychic Phase has been abysmal here. So I do get it, 5. That brings me to 9. So I will use my stratagem to bring my wounds back up, but we'll resolve this first.
Yep. I'm going to attempt to deny it. Denied.
Yep, so nothing. But I will use 1 command point to recover D3 wounds on Magnus. 2+ to bring him, or sorry, 3+ to bring him.
Use it if I denied it.
We'll double check. Nope, I cannot recover wounds because I had to be successfully manifested. So that was an abysmal psychic phase for the Thousand Suns. Alright, into the shooting phase, guys. Not great. Those rubrics at the top, they stayed still. They are going to malicious volley all their bolt guns into your closest Plague Marine unit.
Yep.
I'm not going to waste my time on Mortarion or the big things because it's a lost cause.
Yep.
And I'll obviously put the Soul Reaper cannon into them in a minute as well.
Okay.
So let's go with our bolters.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s because they're in 6 inches Demon Prince. Take out the toes.
Thank goodness for that Demon Prince.
Yes, yes. There's a reroll 1 there as well. Okay, so they've all hit. Oh, sorry. Alright, okay, so we've got, it's 14 hits then.
Okay.
5s to win, so I believe your toughness 5.
I am indeed.
Looking for 5s. Alright, we've got 1, 2, 4 wounds in total.
4 wounds in total, minus 1 AP.
Minus 2 AP.
Minus 2 AP, so it's going to be 5 up saves. So 5 up, so that will kill 1 and 1 is down a wound.
Just going to quickly do the Soul Reaper, Ross.
Yep.
Heading on 3s, reroll 1s. Oh, don't hit draw die. Alright. And then wounding on 4s.
You are indeed.
For 2 wounds, minus 3 AP.
So 6 up damage, 6 up save. That'll be 1 wound, that'll drop another Plague Marine.
Yeah. The Rhino that advanced has got its Combi Flamer and Havoc launcher. Only thing that can fire is the Flamer, going straight into the Pox Walkers.
Okay.
D6 automatic hits. For 1. Wounding on 5s. No wounds. Go straight onto this guy here. Now I'm going to double check actually. Probably not in range, but...
Yeah, you're in range.
No, I'm in range.
Yep.
It's from the hull.
Yep.
So I'm going to just... I'm not going to shoot the combi part because then it's minus 1 to hit.
Well, no, are you going to fire a Flamer?
Yeah.
Might as well fire the Combi Bolter, otherwise you're just electing not to fire.
Oh yeah, you're totally right.
You automatically hit with Flamer.
But basically everything's going to go into the Pox Walkers. Might as well start dealing with them soon. So Flamer first of all.
Oh no!
5s, nothing.
Yeah.
Combi. So 4 shots. We do get 3 hits because minus 1. And we're wounding on 5s because you got your spell off. For 2 wounds.
2 wounds, ignore on 6s. Nope, 2 go down.
And then Havoc Launcher.
Yep, D6 shots.
For 4. Hitting on, this will be 3s though.
This will be 3s.
Reroll 1s because of Magnus. Okay, 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. For 1 wound.
6 up, ignore.
Yep,
Nope.
you ignored it.
2 go down.
Alright, Scarab Occult time. We're going to go with the back 3. All the Infernal Combi Bolters into your Pox Walkers, along with the Soul Reaper Cannon and the Hellfire Missile Rack into this squad of Mythic Haulers.
Yep.
Let's go with the Combi Bolters first. We're going to be hitting on 3s, reroll 1s.
You're in rapid fire range, or you only got 2 of them left?
It's because I'm a Terminator. I've only got 2 of them left.
No, yeah, I thought it was a large unit. No problem.
No. So it's a smaller one here.
Yep.
3s, reroll 1s. Ugh, not good. Reroll the 1s though. Alright, only 4. Wounding on 5s. For 1 wound.
6 ignore. Nope, so 1 goes down.
And then we're going to go with the Reaper Cannon. 3 hits, 4s to wound. 3 wounds.
3 6 ups. 2 more go down.
2 go down. And the Hellfire Missile Rack into the Mythic Haulers. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Ignore heavy. Terrible. We're going to go...
you hit on your -1 to hit as well.
Oh, they just mentioned it in general?
I believe so. Let me just check. That might be in combat, but I'll just have a check. My mistake is -1 to hit in combat, so you've got 1 to hit.
3s to wound. There's a wound. -2.
-2, that brings me to probably 5 up save.
Yep. Nailed it. So just in case any of you are screaming at me, I just realised the Pox Walkers are immune to morale. So my small arms fire should really just be doubling down on the Mythic Haulers. But it is what it is. So the way the next squad's going to go is I'm going to use Vets of the Long War on the bigger Scarab Occult squad.
Yep.
To get +1 to all their wound rolls. And we are going to be doubling down here. We're going to go with basically everything on the Mythic Haulers.
Yep.
which I should have done before. Let's go first of all though with the bolters.
Yep.
So we've got 16 combi bolters, hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Take away the 2s, so there's 1, 2. Let's just reroll these. And we're now going to go with normally 5s to wounds down to 4s.
Yep.
Much better. So let me just count this out for you. We've got 8 wounds in total.
Cool, cool. So I've got 8 dice. Gonna be 5s to save. Only 1, so it's taken 6 wounds.
Well, if there was 8 wounds in total.
Don't think that 6 was part of that previous. So 3, 6, 7. I made 1 save, so 7 wounds.
And then we have the Soul Reaper cannon, hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. We ignore the heavy. 5s to wound down to 4s. We get no wounds.
No, you're 3s to wounds because you are because you're strength 5.
5 to 4s.
Yeah, it's 5s.
Hellfire Missile Rack.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. We get 2 hits. Would be wounding on 3s, but I'm now wounding on 2s due to vets.
Yep.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. 5 up invul. Nope.
So he's dead regardless if you don't reroll.
Yeah, he's dead regardless, and I think even if I reroll, you're going to get 1. It's just whether I want to try and get damage the other one. I'm swimming command points, I might as well. Yep, so 1 gets through.
Alright, the thing is, because you've got Disgusting Resilient, I believe, on them.
Yep, you need to get 3 or more.
No, don't. I need to get a 5 or more.
Is it D3 damage? Oh, 5 or more.
I need to get a 5 or more. We got it.
We got it. Does it explode? I'll need to check how much it explodes by, because it might be dangerous for me. It might explode. Let me have a check. So it does explode, and it causes 1 mortal unit to every unit within 6 inches, except for Nurgle ones, so I am perfectly safe.
Alright, into the charge phase. Magnus is going to declare a multi-charge on both of these guys. I want to shut them down. Would you like to Overwatch, buddy?
I will, and I will do it with the Plague Burst Crawler.
Cool.
So start with the entropy cans, hitting you on 6s. Nope. Then it's going to be D6 from the actual mortar. It's no longer short ranged. 4 shots, hitting you on 6s. For 1 hit, wounding you on 3s. For 1 wound, minus 2 AP.
3 up invul, failed.
That's 2 damage. Then the heavy slugger, I believe, is 4 shots, hitting on 6s. Nope.
Me to go now?
You to go. I mean, it's like a need to make both of them.
Nailed it.
Definitely have.
Alright, so Magnus is going to start off, and I'm going to target the Plague Burst Crawler.
Yep.
Because you're not -1 to hit that.
Nope.
I'm going to have 9 attacks after the charge. Hateful Assault and Diabolic Strength is kicking in. So we're going to hit you on 2s, reroll 1s. Reroll these 2 1s. Okay, so we get 9 hits. Now I'm going to be wounding you on 2s as well.
Yep.
No rerolls, just wounding on 2s. They all wound, so we get 9 wounds. It's just going to be straight to your invul save.
Yep, straight to invul. I need to make quite a few of these to actually survive.
I think you will just survive, I think.
I don't know, I need to make, I think, 5 of these?
And it's no longer damage 3,
5.
it's damage 2 because of Disgusting Resilient.
Yeah, I need to make like 5 of these, David. I think you might have it. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a chance.
5s.
I've got it. No, I don't have it.
You don't. I made 4. No,
You
I think I got it.
failed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you're alive?
So I'm alive with, I think, 2 wounds remaining.
Yes.
And I'm going to start my combat back with the Plague Burst Crawler. It's not the best in combat, but it does get 4 attacks, hitting on 6s for 1 hit. Wounding you on what's your toughest 7. The strength goes down, so it's down to strength 5, so 5's to wound. Nope. And then I'm going to go with the Mythic Blight Hauler, which will get 4 attacks. But it is 3s to hit, and I think I've got weapons to use on it. The one's going to be the Gnashing Maw. So it's 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, wounding you on strength 7, strength user, so it's going to be 5s to wound, reroll 1s because they are plague. For 1 wounds, minus 2 AP.
So 3 up invul. Failed. I've not used a command point this phase.
It's 1 damage.
I'm still going to use it. I'm swimming in command points.
Okay, okay.
Passed. So let's not kid ourselves. That was a terrible turn for 1,000 Suns. I'll also show you the board. we didn't really kill or destroy any of our targets. Really the main targets we had to stop this firepower. We have stopped the firepower, but it's still going to be allowed to shoot at its primary target, which was Magnus. Magnus had to come in and end the firepower. So that's not going to be great. Up here, Mortarion's obviously going to shift direction. It's really interesting to see what Ross decides to do and split his forces or not. Command point wise, I'm on 9. Ross, you're on?
I'm on 9 as well.
9 as well. Time to start scoring some victory points.
On to Death Guard, turn 2. We survived that one pretty, well, I'd say unscathed, but when Magnus hits you and you only go, you don't die. It's a pretty good result.
It was lackluster.
It was a bit lackluster on that one, so really it's going to come down to this turn, really needs to go well. If I can shut down some rubrics, cause some damage, get other ones coming out, that would be really good. I think that's going to be a very important turn. Finish up the movement for the Death Guard. Now I forgot to do Typhus command ability phase build against Magnus, I'll do it in a minute. So what I've done, Pox Walkers came down. I should actually be a wee bit further away from Magnus. There we go. Just ready to charge. Plagueburst Crawler fell back. I know I could shoot, but it'd be 6s to hit, and he wouldn't be with the blast weapon. I think I've just got to fall back, and he doesn't recover wounds anymore, which is annoying. Typhus moving back a wee bit as well. Pox Walkers here remained. That's the big decision on this one. The photo blow drone has moved forward to try and threaten this Rhino. Then we've also got Mortarion, who's came up to threaten this Rhino, and I think that's quite a safe threatening. Over here, both my Plague Marines advance forward, this one to just be in range of that point, the other one again just not picking up the speeds. My Demon Prince did go up with them as well, and then our Photo Bloat Drone has moved forward as well to threaten them. Yeah, let's do some Psychic, but first let's see if we can do some Mortal Wounds onto Magnus. It's 2 up to get D3. Yep, D3 Mortal Wounds, just 1 Mortal Wound. Start the Psychic phase with my Asthma on to Mortarion. Thankfully from the Demon Prince, he is not in range to deny from Magnus. Other things can. 3 and 3, so that is cast on a 6.
Try and deny with, well, let's go with the rubrics.
I mean, you've got more than enough.
Yeah, may not deny it though. Failed.
Yep.
What else have you got to come?
Putrescent Vitality to bump them up in possible strength and toughness, and then Smites.
Yeah, I'm going to try and reroll that.
Yep, go for it.
So, clear a command point, reroll the deny. Denied.
Putrescent Vitality from Typhus onto the Pox Walkers. So 6, I'll check if that's cast, but it might not, it might be a 7. It is a 7 required for that one. Do want to bump that up. The toughness, either way you're going to be wounding on 2s. And the strength just brings them to wound you on 5s. Give me a second to have a think about that one.
Ross is going to just leave it.
I'll just explain why. So basically at the moment, I forget, you are only tough as 7, so strength is not going to help, because Typhus already buffs them. And if you shot them, you're going to be wounding on 2s anyway, so let's just let that one go. Going to attempt a smite from Typhus onto Magnus. Get it with 7.
Okay, we'll try and deny with Magnus, I guess. Failed to stop.
It's going to be D3 Mortal Wounds for 2. And going to attempt Gift of Contagion from Mortarion onto these Rubric Marines over there. So if I manifest it on a 5, yep, so 7, do I try and deny? I don't get the bonus one, which would have been -1 attack.
I'm going to try and deny it with Magnus then.
Yep.
So you got a 7.
So you just need to get a 6.
That's a 5, 6, 7, so I equal it, which it does not deny it.
No, so they will have Gift of Contagion. Right, going to start up the Shun phase. I'm going to go with the Mythic Blight Hauler. Now, as confusing as it is in a wee bit, I am currently the Poxmongers, but Mortarion's taking ability from the Ferryman and Typhus obviously can't benefit. Confusion aside, Poxmongers does give me a stratagem, which allows me to use the Demon Engine, and it gives me either Fire Blast Weapon in combat, or +1 to hit when I fire a ranged attack in combat. So it's called the Bilious Blood Rush. I'm going to use that on the Mythic Blight Hauler.
And you're going to give yourself the +1? I'm
going to give myself the +1, which will mean essentially my heavies in combat discount each other.
Back to 3s.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the Multi-Melter, 2 shots.
Into Magnus.
Hit on 3s. Both hit. Wounding you on 3s. For 2 wounds.
Need this to be big. 3 up invuls. Made them both.
Yeah, that's fine. And then the missile launcher.
You obviously single shot in it.
Yeah.
Missed.
Going to go with the Blight Launcher from the Rubik Marines. They're just going to fire from the Plague Marines onto Rubik Marines.
The 3-man Plague Marines.
I did advance, so they're going to be forced hit from this.
Reroll ones.
Reroll ones. Nice, nice, nice. Wounding you on 3s. And again, reroll ones because of Plague Weapon. Again, reroll that one.
Yep, go for that, try again.
Nope, so it's 1 wound, minus 2 AP.
So it's going to bring me to a 5-up save. Failed it.
So that'll be 1 going down, and then I'll just do the same from the second unit who also did advance.
Okay.
Fire their 2 shots, so hit on 4s, reroll 1s. Nope, 1 hit. Wounding on 3s, reroll 1s. That's a wound.
5 up. Failed, so 2 rubrics go down.
And I'm going to fire the lantern from Mortarion, just going to put it into this rhino here. So it is a 2 to hit, which it hits. It's strength 8, so it's going to be 3 wounds. Nope, it's a poison.
Surely.
No, it's not a plague weapon. First charge is going to be Pox Walkers and Magnus.
Can't fail it.
Can't fail it. Oh well.
Glad you got that out of your system.
Got that out of my system.
Because some others might have failed.
Going to go with my next charge, which is this floated bloat drone into the Rubik Marines.
I'm going to declare Overwatch because I'm summoning command points just now. So I'm going to do 12 Infernal Bolt Guns. Shots, I'm going to chuck a crack grenade and I'll do the Soul Reaper Cannon.
Cool, cool, cool.
So let's go with the shots. Hitting on 6s, reroll 1s because we're still within range of the Demon Prince. Cool, so we get 2 hits. Oh, sorry about that. Wounding you on 5s, I believe, unless you're toughness 8.
Nope, 5s.
So 5s. 1 wound for minus 2.
Minus 2, 5 up, save. Nope, 1 wound.
Let's do the Soul Reaper. For 2 hits. Again, I'm assuming wounding you on 5s.
And 5s.
For 1 wound, minus 3.
5 up invul. Yep, we're fine.
And then crack grenade.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing. Time to charge, buddy.
Yep, it's 2 wounds lost. 4 up charge. I fail. Got a command point it.
Yep.
There.
Make it now.
Let's float bloat drone into this rhino. Fine.
Do I just quickly do Magnus?
Yeah, why not?
Sorry, Magnus. Mortarion.
Mortarion.
Nailed it.
Fine. Going to start by using my Pox Walkers first. Now I'm going to use the stratagem from them. For love of me, I can't remember the name, even though I looked up 2 seconds ago. But what it does is any 6s to hit is going to be a mortal wound on Magnus, but any 1s to hit is going to be a mortal wound on them.
Is this a mortal wound in addition?
In addition to damage.
So you'd still then do your wound rolls as well?
Yep.
Okay, lovely.
I didn't go the one that allows them to reroll. Kind of regretting that. I really wish I went that. Anyway, there's 13, so it's going to be 26 attacks, hitting on 4s. So that is not going to hit, but 3 mortal wounds on Magnus.
See a lot of 1s though.
See a lot of 1s though. Oh boy, that's a lot more Pox Walkers going down. They will get their 6 up ignore. Oh my word!
Yeah, it's a lot of 1s.
That was not a good trade-off.
Work out the rest of the hit pile as well.
Yeah, let's work it. I don't think many hit either. There we go. Oh, that was a bad trade-off.
So I've taken 3 mortal wounds already.
3 more wounds.
So keep track of that.
And then it's going to be, I believe, strength 3, but they become 40 or typhus.
5s to wound.
5s to wound. 1 dice gone. Cool, so that is 2 wounds.
Just saves.
Normal saves.
So 3 up. I've already taken 3 wounds, so I'm going to be bracketed, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to be bracketed. So it's not really going to make much of a difference, but I'm thinking about what's coming next. I'm not going to need it. I'm going to throw in command points. I'm going to re-roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Aha, typical. So I take 4 wounds, I'm down to 6, and you lose...
Well, it's 3, 6, nearly 9. Well, too many. 6s to save them. So I saved 2,
So
that's going to be
7.
3. 7 of them die. Going to go with floated bloat drone. That's against these rubrics next. So
I'm going to use a command point and just use Indomitable Foes. So Rubric or Scarab Occult unit, I can get +1 to Minville. So we're stacking a 4 up now.
nice, nice, nice. So it is going to be, as I am 4 attacks normally, 3 attacks per hit roll. It's going to be 12 attacks hitting on 3s.
I hope you do bad here.
It's not bad. Well, it's kind of bad, below average, but I think I can do okay.
Yeah, it should do enough damage.
I'll be strength 7, but you'll be toughness 3 due to my contagions. And that's going to make it 2 to wound, re-rolling 1s. Oh boy! That one was 2.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't see that.
That one's a 1. So
Okay.
either way, that is 3, 6 wounds.
6 wounds, so 2 damage apiece. It's going to be my 4-up invul. Here we go. I lose 3 rubrics.
Gonna go with this bloat drone next, and I'm just going to do all its attacks into the Rhino, of course. So 12 attacks. Hitting you on 3s. Oh!
That's not good.
If only I could read it. That is not good. Jeez, oh. Wounding you on, I believe, 3s. I'm strength 7, but you'll go down to toughness 6 due to contagions.
3s.
3s, reroll 1s. Oh my word! More like it. There we go. So that is 5 wounds.
So I need to make 1 save to stay alive. What's your AP though, Ross?
AP -2.
So that's going to be 5-up saves. How many was it? 5. 5 wounds. I need to make a single 5-up, and I really want to keep this Rhino alive.
I think you need to make 2.
I've got 9 wounds.
Oh, you've got 9. Yeah, you need.
So I need to make a single 5-up.
Yep, go for it.
And if I use my reroll, I did. I used it on Magnus.
Yep.
Made it.
Oh. And Mortarion to go next. It's going to be 7 attacks from him. Obviously going to go with silence in terms of eviscerating blow. Go big. And I should say the command rerolls, he's going to reroll himself.
Yeah.
Next always going to be. So it's going to be 7 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling the 1s. Reroll them 1s. And then it's going to be probably 2s to wound you, strength 16, yep, 2s to wound, you're tough 6, 2s to wound. Is it a plague weapon? It must be, yep it is,
of course
reroll 1s. -4 AP, so I mean that's 3, that's a lot of damage. Plus,
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
Doesn't explode. So disembarked, and any roll of a 1 is going to kill a rubric marine. So let's not roll any 1s. Oh no, I've killed 3 rubrics. So I'm just going to go with the bolters, guys. 3 bolt guns go down. So it's now on to the defender's choice of attackers.
Yep.
You've done all your charges, Ross. So I'm going to go with Magnus, and I'm going to go straight onto this mythic drone.
Yep.
I am -1 to hit, and technically -1 damage, but I need to start work on him now.
Yeah.
Because he does have a lot of firepower. So I'm actually was charged. I'm down to 6 attacks normally, +1 because I was charged, and I get +1 because I'm still diabolic.
Go for it.
Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Don't roll any 2s, we rolled 1. Try again. So I'm probably not going to kill you. Definitely 2s to wound you.
Yep.
Yeah, so we only get 4 wounds, so it won't be enough to kill you.
Yep, 5-up invul.
I'm going to probably... Should I try and command point it? I've not used one yet. Oh no, I did one for the save.
Yeah, you did one
so
for
go
the
for
save.
it. Yeah, go for it.
So 5-up. Yes, 2 go through, so 4 wounds, bring them down to 5. Mythic Blight Hauler to go next, and the protracted one's going to be 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, wounding you on 4s because it's strength 4, but you'll go down to toughness due to contagions. Reroll 1s. Oh! Nope.
Rubrics to go next, so I'm no longer in range of the Demon Prince. We're just hitting on 3s, but I've got 3 force staves, and the rest are just going to try and punch some damage off you. See if I can chip off some paint.
Sure.
Let's go with the staves first, I guess.
Yeah.
3s to hit. Apparently doesn't want to attack. It's going to be strength 6, so 5s to wound.
Yep.
It's a wound. -2.
2, 5-up save. We're fine.
And then we've got another 8 fisticuffs.
Do you reroll 1s?
No, I'm not in range of the Demon Prince.
Okay.
And then we are going to be 5s. For 1 wound.
Are you not 6s?
6s, sorry, yes.
Because you're strength 3,
Yeah.
I crushed you.
So nothing there.
Nothing.
I'm just going to quickly do the Rhino.
Yep.
We'll come back to that. Rhino into your drone, 1 attack. Hit on 6s, nope. I believe that's the end of the combat phase. So morale, we've got morale up here and the other rubrics down here. Let's go do these ones first. I can only fail on
these ones?
Yep, couldn't fail on a 6. So they've passed. I lost 5 up there, so I will fail on a 4+.
Okay.
We pass.
Yeah.
So that's all the morale's done.
That is it for the Death Guard turn 2. Overall, a little bit lackluster, I would say. Really simply put, we do have a few dangerous things. Magnus didn't come down. It did probably far more damage to myself than I did to Magnus in terms of the Pox Walkers. And they were a good way to hold him up.
Yeah, that's a great ability.
Yeah, great ability, but I think I need to go Pox Mongers to actually reroll those hits, because that would have saved a lot and maybe put more damage onto them. Yeah, overall, okay, but I think there's still one or two moves that Dave's got as we move into Thousand Suns, turn 2.
Right, so we've got one more roll of dice here with Thousand Suns. But basically what we need to do is, we can't really criticize, we need to drop Morty. He needs to be dropped. I think a lot of this Death Guard army hinges on that, and if we can drop Morty, we'll buy ourselves some valuable assets. This Rhino, Ross just realised, has a really dangerous payload in it. That's my entire Rubric Marine squad of all Warp Flamers. They need to come out and just target Morty. End of the movement, these Rubrics have stayed still. Still in range to Time Flux these Scarab Occult down here, but they've actually started to move on up forward. Scarab Occult here and Exalted Sorcerer moved up forward. Disembarked the Warp Flamer squad, but I actually had to advance them a little bit because Morty was halving their movement. The reason I advanced them was to give enough range for this Rhino to actually fall back a bit, to act as a bit of a roadblock. These Rubric Marines just moved on up a little bit. Morty needs to stay where he is.
Yep.
Because Ross corrected me, if I fall back, I lose the ability to cast Psychic Powers. Cannot afford to do that with Magnus right now. Starting off the Psychic phase, we are going to use Gaze of Fate to try and get a reroll.
Yep.
I think that's a fail. I'll double check. Yeah, it was 6 to cast, so that's a fail. We're going to Temporal Manipulation onto Magnus. We fail that as well. Now, I'm probably going to keep that fail.
Yeah, I think you need to keep that reroll.
Need to keep the fail. I'm just going to Time Flux from those Rubric Marines, that's their cult spell, onto those Scarab Occult.
Yep.
Needing a 5+. We get it with 6. Would you like to try and deny?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to deny. Was only one of them you're recovering?
Yeah, only one.
I'm going to let it go.
Yeah, I think you should. So Magnus is going to go next. Now this is really the kind of all the big ones. Realistically, there's really only 3 spells we need to do here. Smite, Weaver of Fates, and we need to Death Hex.
Yep.
It's difficult which one to choose first. I'm going to use a stratagem for 1 command point though to give him Calabas Focus, because he is within 2 other Psyker units within 6 inches, so he's going to get +2. Add that to his already existing +1, he's getting +3 now. I think we need to go with Death Hex.
I think so as well.
It's obvious who we're going to target.
Yep.
Morty.
This is big, so you're what, +3 at the moment? So really, as long as this is high.
It's high.
Yep.
So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, so you can only stop this in a double 6. Who do you want to deny with though?
We'll go with Typhus, because the furthest back.
Good call.
Double 6. Oh, only one of them.
Do you want to command point
I'm going
it?
to command point it. Go try and get double 6 again.
No.
No!
But you've used your reroll.
I've used my reroll indeed.
So guys, we're just going to go into Weaver of Fates next with Magnus. We're going to do himself though, and it's only +1 now because Calabas Focus is off. We get it with Can't Deny It.
Can't deny.
So he gets Weavers on himself, and we'll put a marker down in a minute. And we're going to smite. I'm going to smite the Mythic Blight Hauler. We get it with 8 with the +1. You've got denies for days.
Deny it with Typhus. Fail.
D6 mortal wounds for 2, so I think it's down to 3.
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to check my damage reduction. Reduce that by 1.
What's this? I think it's not multi-damage though. Is it not single points of damage mortal wounds?
Yeah, probably. So it would just be 2 wounds off.
Yeah.
So it's down to 3.
Just going to quickly use my stratagem now that it's finished. I did get more than 9 to cast with some of those spells.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and recover D3 wounds on Magnus. So I get 2 back, so I'm back up to 8. Glamour of Zinch with these guys onto Magnus.
Okay.
Need to get it here with a 7 to cast. I get it with an 8.
I'll attempt to deny with Mortarion.
Denied. They've got Weaver, so we've already done that. It's really just down to the Exalted Sorcerer now. So I'm going to cast Prescience, which is going to be the +1 to the hit rolls. I think I'm going to go with Morty. Magnus just to make sure he kills that thing. In fact, no, we're going to Diabolic Strength onto Magnus.
Yep.
Do that first of all. That's definitely a fail, and I'm not within 9 inches of Mortarion, and he doesn't get to reroll spells of 1.
Okay.
We're going to go with, so it's Prescience. It's not going to impact them. It's mainly going to impact Scarab Occult with their shooting, really, isn't it?
I think that's probably the best call.
I think I've probably got enough hits with him to kill that thing.
Yep, it's down to 3 wounds. You just need to get 2 through.
Yeah, so we're going to go with the full squad of Scarab Occult.
Yep.
Failed. I've got a reroll.
Yep.
I'm not using my command point reroll, so do that. That's a fail. Right, into the shooting phase, I'm going to spend a command point for Veterans of Long War onto those Warp Flamer rubrics. Now I did advance, so the pistol and the Soul Reaper cannon can't shoot. I had to get a bit more range to reverse that Rhino. We're going to get 8 Warp Flamers, and we're going to put them all into Morty.
Yep.
So it's 8 d6 automatic hits. It's looking pretty decent.
Yeah, I'd be pleased with 2 5s. Was that 2 5? 3 5s and a 6.
6. So we've got what, 10, that was a 5. So we've got what, 10, 15, 20. Alright, so with the vets, it's normally been 6s to wound because I'm strength 4, but I'm now down to 5s to wound. I need this to be really big. Oh, okay, I got die for a start. It's not looking good. Yeah, definitely not enough. So I think after checking all the dice, we have 6 wounds on you, Ross.
Yep.
I'm just cleaning it up a bit for you. Yeah,
so minus 2 AP is to a 5 up save because I no longer have my invul. 5 up. For 4 of them already gone.
Brilliant.
And then another 5 up because he's one of his 4 warlord traits. Nope, so he only loses 2 wounds.
The 4-man Scarab Occult under this bridge in here. Hellfire Missile Rack is going to go straight into your
Playburst Crawler.
Playburst Crawler and everything else into Morty.
Go for it.
Let's go with the Hellfire first of all. So we're hitting on 3s, reroll 1s because the Exalted Sorcerer is kicking about.
Yep.
And we ignore heavy. 2 hits. I'm assuming your toughness 8.
Sure am.
So I'll be forced to wound you.
Yep.
I get 1 wound.
1 wound, minus 2.
Yeah.
5 up save. Fine.
Nailing it. Let's go now on to Morty. Whoa. So we're going to go Soul Reaper Cannon. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Unless do you minus.
Nope.
So okay, so they hit. 5s to wound. For 1 wound at minus 3 though.
So it'll be 6 up save. Nope. And then it'll be 5 up ignore. Go on, try again. 5 up ignore. We do.
Alright, and then we've got, that's going to be 3. No, yep, 3 combi bolters.
So that's 12 shots.
It is indeed. Keep forgetting I brought a guy back. Right, hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Wow.
Whoa.
That was horrific. That is just, look how many 2s.
Yeah, anything but 2s.
Half of them missed. Yeah, don't think that was a hit.
That was a hit, yeah.
I'm not getting confident I'm going to get Morty. Right, 6s to wound. For 1 wound, that's cocked.
That's cocked.
For 1 wound.
Minus 2, 5 up save. Fine.
Wow. Infernal Bolt Pistol from the Sorcerer up there. Might as well just shoot him so we don't forget.
Why not? 3 step.
3s. 5s. Nope. This Sorcerer's Infernal Bolt Pistol into Mortarion. Hits. Okay, 5s to wound.
I think it'll be 6s.
6s, you're totally right. Nope. Rubrics here. Interesting enough, I'm going to sort of change my targets a little bit. I'm going to do all the bolt guns into the tank.
Yep.
And I'm going to do the Soul Reaper Cannon and the guy's pistol into the tank. So 11 bolt guns plus Infernal Pistol Shot, first of all. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Whoa, that was a 2 by the way. Reroll 1s.
Much better.
Need 6s.
Yeah, that's where the 6s need to happen.
Well, we got 1.
5 up. 5 up.
Yeah. Your
Fine.
inbuilds have been insane. So
That was a normal save, but yeah, I've been making 5 ups for days.
Way too many. Soul Reaper. 5s. 2 so
A
far.
lot better.
Kind of wish that was into Morty. 3 wins.
5 up, Invo. Oh, he's down a wound.
And last to shoot is going to be this kind of a cult, full complement. We're going to go with the Soul Reaper Cannon into your, what's it called?
Playbook Scrawler.
Hellfire and the rest of the bolters into him.
Yep.
Let's go with the Soul Reaper Cannon first. Heading on 3s, reroll 1s. Reroll the 1s. So 3 hits. 5 pluses. Need a big one again.
Yep.
I get 1 wound.
Could do it.
5 up.
5 up. Oh!
Unbelievable.
Yep.
You've rolled way more 5s than you deserve.
I've rerolled more
Criminal.
5s at points I needed than I've ever done in my life.
Criminal. Hellfire though into Morty.
Yep.
It's going to be 4s to wound, sorry.
Yep.
Strength 8. For nothing. Absolute criminal. Have I used my reroll in the shooting phase? I don't think I have.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. You certainly didn't use it when you're re-rolling flamers. That's the only time I think would be warranted.
I'm going to re-roll one.
Yeah, go for it.
It doesn't even win, so that's that resolved. And then we're just going to go with the rest of the combi bolters. So we should have a total of 12 shots. No, 4 16 shots.
Yep.
It's a full complement of guys. Hit on 3s, reroll 1s. Just taking out 2s.
Just check, did I get miasma pestilence on him at all? Or did you stop it?
That.
Yep.
I kept a track on that.
Yep.
Okay. Much better.
Yeah.
Not the attacks I need.
Not the ones you needed these rolls on.
Yeah, so this is kind of anything here's a wee bonus.
6s to wins.
6s to win you. Oh well.
Well, yeah, okay. Don't tell me that.
That was a fail. So 5 6s.
5, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 up.
Yeah, and then 5 again. 5s and 5s.
So 1 and 5s again. No, so that'll be 4 wins on Mortarion.
Right, we've got Mortar into 10 wins. It's not looking good. It's looking really bad. Time to charge.
Yep.
Mini Magnus is going to charge in.
Mini Magnus.
That's clearly a fail, so we're going to use a command point to re-roll that.
Go for it.
My rolls have been terrible today.
Your rolls have not gone well.
5 should be enough.
I don't know, you need to get...
No, we don't have to.
Oh, it's just diagonally you do.
Yeah, and I think you'll find I'll fly on top of you.
No, you'd have to do diagonally.
Scarab Occult's going to charge in because these guys advance, so they need a 6-inch charge to come into Morty, but I want a very high charge here to try and move round. That
Absolutely.
should be enough. Demon Prince is going to go next, and I'm going to basically put all my attacks straight into Morty.
Good plan.
Here's my thinking though.
Yep.
Because I was thinking in theory I could go with him first.
Yep.
You'll probably turn around and kill him.
I will do my best.
But he comes back to life potentially.
Ah.
But I've just read I don't come back to life within engagement range.
No, yeah, you'd go back.
And then you would just somehow figure a way to kill me. So I would gonna go with him just now.
Yeah, good plan.
He has the Hellforged sword.
So you do not get rerolls while near Mortarion. No,
fine.
yeah, no unit, within 3 inches.
Yeah, that's fine. So hitting on 2s,
Yep.
it's within 3 inches.
Within 3 inches of Mortarion.
Yeah, just so I know the range.
Except for psychic ones.
So if that's within 3 inches. Nope.
Of Mortarion.
Nope, I'm checking, are they in range to use their auras?
No, the unit can't benefit from
the
it.
unit can't benefit, right, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Right, so hitting on 2s with this one, Hellforged sword, I get 5 attacks in the hit on the charge. Clearly these two are, I'd say that one may be flat.
No, that one's got.
Go cock then. Okay, well it's just bought you attack.
Lovely.
Strength 8.
So, force wins.
4s, whoa, 4s to wound. Oh, 4s to wound. So 3 wounds.
Oof.
It's going to go straight through to a 6-up save.
6 up save to begin with. No. And then how much damage is it each?
3 apiece.
So that's going to be 3, 6. No, that's going to be just 6.
Sorry, it is 6 because you minus the damage part.
Yeah, so I need this to be good 5s. Okay, 3, so 3 go through. So I'm going to interrupt with Mortarion. Basically, because he's got Death Hex on me, I really fear those power swords. They're going to be a bit of a pain. So I'm going to attack and go with the Eviscerating Blow, as I am currently still 6 attacks for that. 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling.
I'm going to use Indomitable Foe here to use 4 up invul.
Okay. 2s rerolling because I've chose him as part of the Primarch the Death Guards. All hit. It's going to be 2s to wound you because it's strength and loads and it's plague weapon, so reroll. Reroll. So they all wound, so that is 6 wounds.
Alright.
Any fails here are deaths.
Yes. What, like 3 plus D3 damage?
-4 D3 plus 3.
Just bad times. Right, can we get lucky? 4 up invuls.
Even if I kill 2, I'm going to be delighted.
I think you can kill one more too. You did. You killed 3. Now I still have my reroll. I have saved it, but it means it'll be my last command point to spend. I think I have to.
Okay.
Well, I've got nothing else to do really, so...
Yep. You're basically saving 3 attacks.
I'm going to reroll one of those. It's a 50-50 chance. It'll basically give me potentially more attacks. I'm confident Magnus can deal with that Mystic thingy.
Yep.
Here we go. Alright, so 4 plus. Yep, so 2 Scarab Occult go down. So I've just piled in my Scarab Occult Terminators. I'm going to go with the Force Stave onto Morty. Hitting on 3s. No rerolls because your aura's taken it away. So we get 3 hits. Wounding on 5s.
Yep. Oh boy, that's big. 5 up invul, it's -2.
-2, so yeah.
So 5 up save. 2 go through.
I'm not used your reroll.
No, not in the fight phase. Unless I used it for Mortarion, it's the only time I've really had a fight.
Yeah, I don't think you have used a reroll, but it's D3 -1 because of your disgustingly resilient.
Yep.
So let's work out the damage. It's only going to be 2 damage to Mortarion, which brings it to 5 wounds remaining. And then I've got all of the power swords, of which there's 6. Hitting on 3s. That was caught. Terrible. Wounding on 6s. For 1 wound at -3.
So 6 up save. I didn't do my ignore wounds, so I do that. Do the first 2, ignore them. So 1, so he's back up to...
You're down to 6.
6, and then that one is a 6 up save to begin with because it's -3. And then 5 up. No, so...
Down to 5 wounds remaining.
Going the Mythic Blight Hauler, so this is protracted combat, so I'll get to choose first. Going to be 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Or have you got? No, it's Weaver, you got 3s. So 3 hit. And then wounding you on... 4s because I'm strength 6, your toughness 6 because of my plagues.
Or the contagious keeps going?
Yeah, it gets further distance, so yeah, 3 wounds. -2 AP, but that'll bring your 3 up invul.
Damage?
Damage 1.
Failed 1, so I'm down to 7 wounds remaining. I'm just going to go and activate these rubrics next. I'm going to use my Force Stave from the Sorcerer. So 2 attacks, -1 now because we're no longer in charges. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. For nothing. And then we've got 4 guys. Going to try and punch some stuff. 2 hits. 6s.
No, 5s.
Sorry. Take a wound.
2 wounds, minus, no AP. 3 up. Saved. So I'm going to go with Pox Walkers next. I'm going to go with that stratagem that I did last time. Any unmodified hit rolls of 6 is going to be a mortal wound in addition to any other damage, and 1s are mortal wound on me. It's going to be better than last time. Loads better. 12 attacks, so 6 left, hitting on 4s. So that is 2 mortal wounds onto me and only 1 onto you. But there's a lot of hits there, which is not so bad. Strength 4 against toughness 6 now, so it's going to be 5 wounds. For 1 wound, normal save.
Save.
You're fine, and then I'm going to do mine onto me 6s. 2 more Pox Walkers go down.
So Magnus is going to go next, and he's going to put everything into this mythic drone thingy.
Yep.
It is opening up him to be charged by lots of other things, but I don't like the melters.
No.
6 attacks because I'm on 6 wounds. Hitting on 3s because you're -1 to hit, and I'll reroll 1s.
Very nice.
Okay, so they all hit.
Yep.
2s to wound, no rerolls. 4 wounds in total.
4 wounds. Need to pass like 3 of these. 5 up. Nope. I'm going to decide in a minute if I want them to explode. I think I kind of do. So I elected to explode automatically. This doesn't affect any of my units, but 1 mortal wound on everything else. The Root Marine, Scarab Cult, Magnus, and that Rhino is going to explode. Well, let's see if it explodes, but it's going to be finished.
So I think it was a 1 command point to do that. So Magnus did 5, took a Marine off, down 1 wound. 6 up, this thing explodes.
Oh!
No, that's fine with me, but that Rhino was gone though.
And this Exalted Bloat Drone to go next. It's going to be 12 attacks with its Flesh Moor, hitting you on 3s.
Solid.
Solid, not bad. And then it's going to be 2s to wound you because you're down to toughness. And I get a reroll because it's a plague weapon. Good for the plague weapons. There you go. 3, 6, 7, 8.
8 5-ups.
8 5-ups.
Squad is white. So that was pretty much a bad turn for Thousand Suns in my opinion. If Ross shows you the board, yeah, we have done some damage, but realistically we never killed Morty. With all the stuff we chucked at him, Ross criminally rolled way too many 5-ups, more 5-ups than I thought you would roll.
Yep.
And that's what kept Morty ticking. We've still got a lot of problems up here now, so it's interesting. Third turn could be the turn that deals the hammer blow to the Thousand Suns. With that being the case, guys, I think you're on, what, 3 command points?
I am on 3, yep.
I'm on, I believe, 0. So with that, guys, let's hand it over to Death Guard.
So we're on to Death Guard turn 3. Mortarion held there really well. Being able to, like, those 5-ups to save really made a difference on for me. I think it's just a very interesting round, this one. If I manage to take out Magnus and lock down a few more rubrics, that should really seal the game. I have a bit more board control than David's. In terms of objectives, I've got at least 2. I think you count as having that one. Have you got any other objective markers?
No, I've only got 1, so you've got more than me.
More than you, and I've got 2. So that's a lot of points as well. Really, we just need to cause the damage. Finished up my movement here, so what I've done, Pox Walkers, I thought about moving these guys, but trying to actually reformat them so they could move around here with their low movement, not really plausible, so I just get them back. Playbrush Crawler stayed still, Pox Walkers fell back, Typhus moved on up. I'll need to do his damage dealing, so of command phase 1, hopefully get some wounds onto Magnus. Exalted Bloat Drone moved around here. Now, I could have doubled down on Magnus in this one, and if I killed Magnus, it's great, but if I lock down these 2 units, it really reduces David's shooting capacity, almost all of it. Mortarion stayed in combat because he really needs to deal with stuff. Demon Prince has moved on up. I think he's got his target there. Exalted Bloat Drone moving over here. Plague Marines over here have advanced forward. They didn't do very well, but that's fine because combi bolters in general won't do me well in this game. These ones moved onto the objective and are going to raise banner. Pox Walkers can't raise banners, that's why I haven't done it. In terms of Typhus,
Mortal wound time.
Mortal wounds, don't roll a 1. So I think that's D3 mortal wounds on you.
Lovely. Great start. Down to 3.
Right, into my psychic phase, and I'm going to attempt Smite from Typhus to take out Magnus.
Oh, the poetry there.
There's there's many poetry here, and I'll tell you why. 1, I don't think I've killed Magnus before. I think I almost did, but you conceded the game beforehand, and I was like... Secondly, if Typhus takes out Magnus before Mortarion, and they, Typhus and Mortarion don't get on, that's another kick in Magnus.
He's looking over at him going, stop!
So if Typhus achieves this where Mortarion cannot...
I think the biggest kick will be to die at the hands of Psychic.
Well, to die is psychic, but Mortarion would just have another reason to hate Typhus.
Alright, it's Smite time.
Smite time! 7. I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to go big.
Okay, re-roll
go big. I need the dice to be big. That is it. 10.
So it's not D6 mortal wounds.
Not D6.
I'm going to try and deny, obviously.
That makes sense.
I'll nearly touch your dice there. So, can you move your dice?
Yep. You need 11 or more.
Come on, Magnus!
Oh! Jeez, right, okay. We've still got more plans. Miasma of Pestilence from Doom Prince onto Mortarion. Come on. You would get it with 7.
Could try and deny it.
Yep, you've got
With anyone.
Yep.
That's a 2, so it's gone off. I got a 5.
You got 5, so that'll be Miasma Pestilence on Mortarion. Going to start shooting phase with the Plague Burst Crawler, and I'm going to fire it, everything at Magnus.
There's a meme in there somewhere, but I'm not going to do it. There's a meme in there somewhere, but I'm not going to do it.
No, don't. I'm going to use Disgusting Force, and what that does, it makes his Plague Burst Mortar damage 3.
Why does that sound like a Death Guard superhero team? Disgusting Force.
Yeah, sure. Well, if they take out Magnus, they can be all the super team.
Yeah, go for it.
And then it does other stuff as well, but I do that at the end. So the Plague Burst Mortar, heavy d6.
Is everything into Magnus?
Everything into Magnus.
Great start.
That's the start we need. Now it's 5's hit because I'm absolutely bracketed.
Okay, 5's to hit.
5's hit. Even if 1 hits, I can do mortal wounds onto things. 1 hit. That's all I needed. It is going to be 3 Swinger. Rerolling 1s. Yep, so it's a wounds.
What about the Disgusting Force thing?
It's 3 damage if it goes through, and then I do mortal wounds after your hit.
Cool, so you 1 went through. I do have Weavers on.
You've got no command points, do you?
No, I'm
1 or 2, you're dead.
I'm aware. I'm alive just now.
Okay. I'll do, I think the other thing happens at the end, but I'll do Entropy Cannons first.
Okay.
Hit on 5s. No. And then the Heavy Slugger, just 4 shots, hit on 5s. Again, no. Now the mortal wounds, I need to work out how this works.
We'll come back.
So it's not that great this part, it was really 3 damage because if David failed he would have been dead. What this does is 1 mortal wound to any unit within 3 inches of the target of that, so it's probably just going to be there. 3 plus. 4 plus, no, and that does not do anything.
4 plus, cool.
We go with the Blight Launcher in that unit onto Magnus, so it's going to be 2 shots, hitting on 4s, reroll 1s because the Demon Prince. Both hit. It's going to be 4s to wound you.
Because I'm plagued?
Yep, you are plagued. So that's 1 wins. I'm not going to reroll that. Should I?
I would. I don't see what else you're going to do this phase, really, shooting wise.
Well, it's just run down. That's me done 2 command points. I think I kind of need to keep them for other things.
Okay, that's fine.
Go for it. You're fine. Mortarion is going to use the Lantern. It has to be something in combat because it's a pistol weapon. We're going to do it on the Demon Prince. I should maybe announce what his Primarch the Death Guard going to be. Obviously it's going to be himself.
Always himself, I assume
Always
that guy's.
himself. You know, very rare is going to be other things. So it's going to be 2 up to hit the Demon Prince. Yep. Strength 8 is going to be 3 to wound. Wait, are you tough 7? Yeah, 3 to wound. Is it a plague weapon? It is not. So he wins. -3.
4 up ethereal form. He's fine.
Start of the charge phase. Typhus, you got to do it, buddy. Get into combat with Magnus.
Oh, he's not going to fail.
No, not there. Demon Prince next. Gonna go Demon Prince 6-inch charge.
On my Demon Prince?
Yep. Gets in. Photo blow drone. I really wanted to not charge Magnus, but I think I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be Magnus and this unit here.
Cool.
Probably 5-inch charge. Oh, definitely.
In case you're wondering why I'm not overwatching, because I have no command points.
You also have no gun. Oh, right, from them. Yeah. Right, Typhus, time to show how this works.
You could have used it. Time for Typhus to show his qualities.
Oh, you really into your memes these
Come
days.
on.
Yeah, Typhus, time to show. Well, let's do Lord of the Rings references.
Go for it.
6 attacks.
He's clearly Faramir out of Mortarion in him.
Yeah,
Come on.
you're not wrong at all.
Go for
it. Going to use the cleave ability. 6 attacks. Hen on 3s because it's -1.
Go for it. Whoa.
Excellent. I've only got to reroll the 1s. It's only so that's good.
Looking good.
Going to save that reroll.
Now I'm only toughness 6 because of your plagues, so
Yeah, and I am strength 7, so it's going to be 3s to wound, reroll 1s. Didn't want a 2. I am going to reroll that.
defo.
Yep.
100%
So
great.
that's 5 wounds. Damage 3. You fail any of these, you're done.
Here we go. 1 save.
I'm literally. David, I can't take it. Why are you doing this one at a time?
Because it's a tension. It's 1 more, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh! And I've got no command point.
Oh my word.
It was worth it. Worth the wait.
Absolutely.
Magnus is dead.
Photo blow drone. Now that thankfully Magnus is gone, all of his attacks into those.
Yeah.
There.
Go for it.
No reroll, so it's going to be 12 attacks, hitting on 3s. Plenty of misses.
Just as well, you don't have to put this into Magnus.
Well, I don't need to put this into Magnus, and it's going to be, I believe I'm strength user, but you're going to be toughness 3, so it's going to be 2 wounds re-rolling.
Because the plagues.
All wounds, that's 6 wounds.
6 wounds in, 5 up invols.
Yep.
So 2 go down. What am I talking about? 4 go down.
And my Death Guard Demon Prince going to go next. 6 attacks straight into your Demon Prince. So it's going to be 6 attacks and 2s. No rerolls for him, but doesn't need them. Wounding you on 3s. It's not a plague weapon. Oh, not so good. There you go, 3 wounds.
Ephro form.
Yep.
I think it's how much damage?
3 damage. Swing.
He's dead. Now, I'm going to just roll it just now because I'm going to concede. But did he come back to life?
Well, you do not do at the end of the phase you died.
He's dead.
He is dead. Okay.
So it's the end of the phase, Demon Prince comes back, and I don't roll for it, but that's nice. But protracted combat, so it's going to be me to go next. I'm just going to use my stave. 2 attacks.
Head on, I've got -1 at the moment.
Did you get miasma off?
I think I did.
Well, I miss anyway.
Yep.
I'm not sure you actually did.
Well, see what you do.
Doesn't matter though. So, swords both miss. The other sword both hit. So miasma regardless. Wounding on 6s. It's a wound.
That's going to be...
Your death X.
6 up.
Nailing it.
5 attacks from Mortarion straight into those scabs.
Time to eviscerate.
Head on 2s, re-rolling. Re-roll, because he chose himself. Wounding on 2s. All wounds.
5 up invols. Well, one's going to soak up some damage, but another 2 fails. Just don't roll 1s for your damage.
Oh no, it's 3 damage plus D3.
They're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead. And then finally over here, last combat, 3 stave attacks from the sorcerer. 3 hits, sorry. Wounding on 5s for no wounds, and 2 attacks with the guy's fists. 1 hit, 6s, no 5s, sorry. It's a wound, no AP.
3 up.
He takes a wound.
Down to 8.
So guys, I'm not going to bring back my Demon Prince. He doesn't want any of this. He's just seen it all and gone, maybe another day.
So yeah, at the end of this, David is conceding, and I think it's very understandable why. Losing Magnus and the Demon Prince is absolutely devastating in terms of that. I've got another Rubric Marine bogged down. Is that your Flamer unit?
Doesn't matter.
Great if it is, but I've got board control. I've got a lot more threatening stuff around you. I think that kind of makes sense.
I'm not going to be that guy. I just want to play on just to kill Mortarion. We're not going to do that today.
No.
Great game from Death Guard, Ross. Let's have a chat.
Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. That spoke a lot in terms of both, I think, Death Guard and in terms of Thousand Suns.
Yep.
I'd ultimately say my rolls were some of the luckiest I've had in a while. Being able to get all those 5, either invols or ignoring wounds on 5s,
Yeah.
really kept Mortarion in the game.
That phase alone was clutch.
That was clutch. You know, a good way, you know, a lot of the ways that people say to mitigate a lot of Death Guard is to just go 1 damage and overwhelm, or try and go extremely high damage, and maybe that's where you were lacking in Thousand Suns in general. Do lack, if you could get a couple of solid like 6 damage stuff and then it's 5 damage on Mortarion, you might have seen him drop.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you know, I think the thing that really saved Mortarion more than anything, minus also Psychic not going for you as well, was him being toughness 8.
Yeah.
Now, why was that important? When you unleashed all those flamers onto him, if he wasn't toughness 8, you would have been wounding on 4s rather than 5s.
With the vets combo.
With the vets, and even if you didn't have vets, which if Death Guard or anything to go by, will go up to 2 command points, you wouldn't have been able to do that. Secondly, when you look at Thousand Suns, when they go up to 2 wounds apiece, their points are going to increase dramatically, and your actual damage output would decrease.
Dramatically, I think.
Now, where a lot of things I'd say that, yeah, maybe you could say that units would endure more, but your damage result would be a lot less. And I think that's going to be very interesting when Thousand Suns come to pass.
Yeah, there's a few, it does show maybe what Thousand Suns need when their codex comes round. However though, I do need to put my hands up and just say, First of all, congratulations on annihilating Magnus.
Finally.
Beautiful style as well.
I don't think I've beaten before. I'm pretty sure I haven't.
No, but you came close, and then I think we just was like, nope, none of this, game get called.
Yeah, I think you conceded beforehand, which I would do the same.
But no, man, great. It was good to see you had a lot of tactics to lock down Magnus. It showed a lot of his weaknesses as well. He is very reliant on the psychic phase to get his buffs. Without that, he's droppable. But Mortarion doesn't require so much of the buffs. He just comes with a really good toolkit himself. And he has the potential really to take on most things, if not anything.
I'd say he was the clutch of it. The things that, and I'd say there's a couple of things I noted. So the photon blow drones did really well in themselves. They're putting out 12 attacks apiece, 2 damage. They could mince through stuff. Plague Marines, and I did feel this was always going to be a problem. Yeah, they're hard enduring. Yeah, that they've got all their endurance, but they're expensive, and their basic kit of just bolt guns
doesn't cut it.
Doesn't cut it. You really don't want to have just basic bolt guns on an expensive model. With the contagion rules that basically in combat, or at least in aura abilities, you're going to be -1 toughness. Wow, that was important.
Came in very important in that game.
That to me really makes Death Guard a hugely combat-based army.
Yeah.
And because obviously the law that if you're going for range, that wouldn't really apply. Really makes me question why you wouldn't, if you're going to take Plague Marines, why you wouldn't make them all combat. They're not ideal to, you need to take a Rhino to transport them. But ranged wise, you don't want to pay that points for a bolt gun.
Yeah.
And if they can lower your opponent's toughness, most cases down to 3.
Death Guard's definitely, in my opinion, more on the combat side now. Should be your primary focus for Death Guard. Trying to get in close quick.
Try and get in a close quick. And Mortarion, just tank as much as he can, and if he can do it, oh boy.
Yep.
I think it really did show that one.
Again, really enjoyable game. Great to see both Primarchs out in action, especially to opposing one that's been updated, one that's going to probably be updated.
Yep.
Also, phenomenal to see Death Guard in such a convincing victory.
Yes,
it was great.
Absolutely.
So guys, thanks for watching. Comment, like, share and subscribe. Check the links down below for all our social media updates on our Facebook page, Instagram to stay up to date with the channel. But more importantly, hope to see you in one of our Tabletop Assault Battle Reports.